Okay, so it is now about 12:30, so technically the next day. Yeah, I don't know, I guess I got stuck in these cycles again where trying to, do a bunch of work, and then I kind of get sidetracked on something else. I mean, earlier I was doing Code 10 stuff, and then I started checking my other email. It's not like I have a lot of email, but I just checking, I've been doing personal stuff. And then I checked some financial stuff, and then transferred some money around, yada yada. I did start working a bit on some graphics. Then I kind of got sidetracked with a few chatbot things. I had an idea to create a chatbot for Code 10, a Facebook bot. I mean, it might be pretty cool, but I guess I just kind of start doing it, and then it's like, well, what do I do? I mean, what is it supposed to say? And then I kind of I got myself sidetracked on working on my own personal. I mean, it's not really. Probably not exactly like it. Sorry, I'm eating some lasagna, but part of this lasagna looks pretty weird. Anyways, I mean, yeah. What is mine would just be like a profile, a CV, resume, and then I'll potentially also a part for me to fill it in with my adventures, and when I move away to Ireland, people will be able to talk to it and see what I'm up to. And originally it was for actions on Google, so it's for the Google Assistant and Google Home, which could still work, but again, I kind of start doing it, and then it's like, this feels ridiculous, I guess, because, I mean, what is it supposed to say? And then it says I do what I had the idea for, but then it just says my name and about 4 things about me, so I don't know. But I guess I'm going to try and clear my head, probably take a shower, get a bite to eat, and then get back to it, of course. Finding ways to procrastinate, but yeah, I don't know. I just really don't know. Here in Panera at the moment. Very nice, calm morning here. 7 o'clock. Most people probably aren't awake. Anyways, I'm getting a bit quiet. There's people around here. Anyways, oh yeah. So last night was pretty interesting. I made that clip about 12:30. Ended up getting a shower, felt a lot better, ate a bit of lasagna, so I did a little bit more work, a little bit more reading on social media and all that type of stuff. And then I actually went back to sleep, so I put on a bit of music, laid that back on the couch. I went to sleep for a few hours, got up about 5:30, fixed some more lasagna, and then packed up all my stuff. Came out here, went to Kroger, got some batteries for the camera I'm using. Batteries were all dead. And then I came over here to Panera. Now I've been doing a little bit more reading on social media stuff and non-profit social media management. I mean, it really all boils down to what are people using, and figuring out what your audience, who you're trying to target with the different platforms. And so, from what I can remember, generally the older generations use Facebook, so probably using that to connect with the teachers, potentially tech pros, and the parents, really. So give them updates, news, any changes, or stuff like that. Definitely using Instagram for more behind the scenes, kind of fun, recreational, just shooting the chat, stories, as well as interesting new things we're trying and doing for the students and the younger generations, also their parents. But and then Twitter is more of a instantaneous, obviously. Honestly, I don't know who uses Twitter, but I don't use Twitter. But yeah, did a bit more stuff with the graphics, and then I think it's looking good. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about today. All right, left Panera over here back at the office about 8:20, 8:30 ish. Caleb, got a message from Caleb. He's gonna be a bit late, so I'm here just kind of hanging out. Yeah, right before I left Panera, I was considering. Well, I'm using Linux Mint right now, but there's a few issues with. I don't know if it's my laptop itself or the most recent version of Mint, but probably a combination of both. Anyways, a few things have messed up, so I'm considering switching OSs. Maybe a little lighter one. I mean, there's a couple times it's pretty lagged up and kind of stalled a little bit. But I also want to get a lighter OS because I'm going to try and start installing a bunch of different graphics and video, audio software that'll probably gum up the works. Anyways, there's a few I'm considering. I mean, well, one of them is Ubuntu Studio, but that's probably not a light version. That's probably good. That comes with a bunch of stuff already installed, so I don't want that. I'm looking at Lubuntu at the moment. That could be interesting. There were a couple other ones. Peppermint OS, somebody suggested. Remix OS, somebody suggested, except I think that's an Android derivative or alternative, so probably don't want that one. And I could go super basic and go to Arch, but I really don't want to do that at the moment. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Otherwise, just sitting here waiting on Caleb, coming up with a few ideas for social posts. I think I came up with a good idea so Fridays. I can't decide if we should do just a normal video. I found this thing, this vidE came out with this software Chrome extension called Soapbox that makes it easier to record videos on your webcam and then kind of do screencasts and webcasts at the same time. So I don't know if we should just record a video and then post it. But I think live would be better. So then every Friday we can we'll do an update. So every Friday we do a live cast with Caleb or myself, I guess. Just give an overview of the week, say what's coming up, any new changes. So yeah, I think that could be pretty valuable. So kind of talk about that and work on that. All right, great afternoon. I'm actually heading out here a little early today. Since he's working with Caleb for quite a while, and then looked over some books for some projects for next week's camp at Vine. I got a handful of good things to teach the kids, and then did a little bit more strategizing, made a few social media posts, getting on that wagon, or not wagon, but getting on that schedule. And then Caleb and I took a walk to the library, and then we were next to the Episcopal Church, so I showed him the labyrinth. We walked that, very nice, very soothing in the afternoon. Then when we got back, there was, I think it's Steve, the guy who works next door to Caleb, was having a meeting with some ladies. And so I guess it was just kind of a natural time for me to head out. Kind of overran I say natural, I kind of overran my office, the desk that I sit at in the common area. And then so I'm heading out a little early. It's about 2 o'clock. Found the better way to carry the camera. Caleb gave me a voice recorder, some experiment with that. We're talking a lot about trying to figure out how to do some interviews, start the podcast with former contestants and teachers, see what it's how they're doing, if they continue working on that project after the competition. So I'm gonna start looking at it and do more voice, and then of course going through and trying to figure out what's up with my computer, get some more better software to do some editing, video, audio, all that type of stuff. Anyways, I think the next step, my Mint installation is kind of just messed up. So I think I'm just going to go home and I think I decided to switch to Elementary OS, see how well that works. So that's exciting. I'm excited for that. When I head home, actually, I was going to try and do it earlier, but I ended up needing to, I didn't have any USBs with me, so that didn't work. But now this way I'll be able to go home and kind of, I wouldn't be able to do it when I was here since I wouldn't be able to use the computer at all. Got buffer set up, so that's good. Made a lot of progress today. Morning felt a little slow. We decided to buy a tote bag and some journals for the appreciation event we're having for the teachers and tech pros. That took a little longer than I had hoped, but once you get that figured out, everything moved pretty smoothly. Tomorrow's gonna be another good day, another bunch of big push, but tonight, once I get the new OS installed, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start testing a lot more of the editing software and stuff like that. Alright, so I had a very good session at Panera today. I can't remember, I never remember how far back I went or what I said. So I was here at the apartment. My internet was extremely slow. I'd installed Elementary OS, just trying to get everything updated. Everything was crawling in terms of downloads especially. So I was like, I'm just going to get out of here, go to Panera. So I went over there, internet was better. Fast forward, I'm leaving, called Dad called me, I missed a call, called him back. I've used 37 gigabytes of data in 6 days. So apparently Verizon decided they want to throttle me because I'm nearly twice as much. Well, we have unlimited, so it doesn't matter, but I guess I'm about twice as much as the limit to where they say they'll start throttling you. So no wonder I don't have much any speed anymore, which is unfortunate, I guess, because I really don't want to start having to use a bunch of public Wi-Fi, but whatever. Anyway, so that was crazy. That happened. And then, what else? So I got everything back installed, and I don't know, it actually took quite a while getting everything going, but I got all my, I switched over to Opera or Opera, which apparently it's pretty good. It's actually it was the base for Vivaldi, so very similar. Still having trouble. I think I'm having more trouble with Elementary than I would have normally with. So with this, I found this Black Magic Design company that built this video editor that was supposed to work on Linux. But based on the way Elementary is structured, there was a few things that are messing up. So I think I might have been better with with Mint. So that's unfortunate. But I was able to get a bunch of other stuff, like they had another product called a Fusion, which is kind of an After Effects thing. I got another Inkscape, I think, which is similar to Illustrator, so that should be alright. And then, so I don't know, it all kind of just feels like I don't know what I'm doing, of course. But now, there's something else I was going to say. I guess that was about it. Felt like I kind of got a lot done, but then in the end, now I don't really feel like I got a lot done, and still kind of just stuck with trying to figure out how to make these videos and what to do and how to do them, and I don't know, I just need to do something, just commit. Caleb had a crazy good video today about, what did he call it? learn the keyboard shortcuts. That's what he said. One of his biggest life lessons was from one of his employers when he was 27 was just learn the keyboard shortcuts. I mean, just learn. I mean, I don't exactly understand. I'm trying to understand. I mean, I guess just learn what's available and then just do it. Don't always ask for permission, or even really, well, not necessarily permission, but don't ask for help and stuff when you can just kind of look it up. And if somebody is going to have done it before you, which I guess is really just what kind of baffles me about, all this Linux stuff, is because, there's just so much out there, but, what it really boils down to probably is the price point. The incentive. All this, I want the free stuff and I want the open source stuff that is free, but of course there's no real incentive there to make that, right? Which is why Adobe's products are so good, is because they charge a bunch of money for them, and they're really good, so then people want to buy them, so then they're incented to make them better and charge more. So it's all very interesting. There's a few more options I'm going to look into, and hopefully they'll come around. I need to look more into even audio stuff. We had the idea today to start doing the podcast with former students, winners, teachers. Caleb had this handheld recorder thing that I need to start looking into. So there's a bunch of stuff that I still need to work on, and to-do list grows longer every day, of course. But it's a good day. Good time. I got super cold inside of Panera. It was freaking freezing, and now it's just muggy. It's kind of cool-ish, but it's so humid and sticky and gross that I don't know. It's just awful. Anyways, I guess that about covers it. I'm back here at the apartment. I'm gonna get some dinner and do a little bit more work until I fall asleep, and then get up and do it all over again, day after day.